Hey Brian, I'm switching from a Lennox iComfort to a Honeywell thermostat. The Lennox wires are listed as R, I+, I and C. The Honeywell does not have I+ or I, so where do I put those wires on this new Honeywell? Thanks, Jim.
Hi Jim. Thanks much for the request. I am number 39, am sorry for the delay. I am number 39, they've been helping another customer with another wiring problem and didn't. Number 39, TC your request come up. I will try to work both issues concurrently. To change from the iComfort communicating type thermostat to a Honeywell thermostat will require some wiring changes at your furnace or air handler and most likely more wires than the 4 you have connected to the iComfort. It may also require changes in the dip switch settings on the indoor unit control board. In order to see if the change is possible and to help you make this change, I and number 39, LL need to know how many wires you have available at your thermostat location that go to the furnace or air handler, and I and number 39, LL also need to know the model numbers of your Bryant furnace or air handler, outdoor unit and Honeywell thermostat. If you have enough wires in the cable between the thermostat and air handler or furnace and are up for making some simple wiring changes, I am number 39, am sure I can help you make the thermostat change. Thanks, Brian.
Hi Brian, I have Lennox furnace and compressor. I also have the Lennox iComfort thermostat. Everything is Lennox. The thermostat just happened to stop working and I want to replace it. The Honeywell RTH9580. There are 4 wires, red, yellow, white, and green. I know the red goes to R and green goes to C. I just don't know where to put the yellow and white. On the Lennox, they are connected as such, white, I and yellow, I+. I hope that makes more sense. Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jim. The Honeywell RTH9580 thermostat is a non-communicating conventional control thermostat. Bryant furnaces that can use the iComfort thermostat can be wired with conventional type thermostats. It and number 39, S called wiring the thermostat in and quad, legacy mode and quad. It does however require more than 4 wires. If your AC unit and furnace are both single-stage units, you would need a minimum of 5 wires to wire the Honeywell thermostat to your Bryant system in legacy mode, unless we can use a Honeywell wire saver device and you only have single-stage heating and cooling. There are options that Honeywell offers that can use that type of thermostat with only 4 wires, but I would need to know more about your Bryant system to know which model to recommend, or if you can use the RTH9580 with only 4 wires. It may still be possible if both your furnace and AC units are single-stage heating and cooling respectively. Model numbers of both the furnace and AC unit should be enough to go further. Thanks, Brian.
Hey Brian, sorry for the delay. Had to look up the models. I have the Lennox SL280V furnace and Lennox XC16 AC unit. So, if this doesn't work, it sounds like I have to get another communicating thermostat. Like the Nest. I hate to just replace with this Lennox iComfort as it keeps crapping out on me. Any suggestions for an easy install replacement that will utilize these 4 wires, so I don't have to rebuy the iComfort? Thanks, Jim.
Let me look up the info on your units and I and number 39, LL be able to give you much more informed information. Please bear with me for a few moments. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Brian. Although, I'm wondering if I+ would just go to I and I would just go to W. It seems like that is the case if I switch over to a Nest. I should also point out, I have no idea what I'm talking about in regards I just sent regarding the nest and the wiring. Sorry for that.
Okay, item number 39, they taken a quick look. Sorry for the Bryant confusion earlier. I was thinking of a Bryant communicating thermostat. I do know the iComfort is Lennox. Sorry for the brain hiccup. That said, you could wire the unit that way and jumper Y to G at the furnace, but I wouldn't in number 39, recommend it at all. This would leave you with only single-stage heating and cooling and no independent fan control. You are losing so much functionality that way. Both your furnace and your AC units are two-stage units, and you have a variable speed fan. There are much better ways to achieve your goal. Honeywell makes several thermostat models that use an equipment interface module that would mount near your furnace and then attach to the thermostat with only 2 wires. That would probably be the ideal way. The other possibility is to replace your 4-wire thermostat cable with an 8-wire cable, then you could use the RTH9580 or any other 2-stage heat/cool conventional thermostat. It in number 39, it's up to you how you want to proceed. Let me know on I in number 39, LL help any way I can. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Brian. Hey, before I do any of that, as I think for me it would just be easier to rebuy the iComfort and take my chances, is there another brand that I could DIY today easily? Or is there a way to install a simple thermostat easily today until the Lennox iComfort arrives? I'm not able to get in the attic and connect to the furnace, so it would just have to be at the wall where the thermostat is. I appreciate all your help, Jim.
You should be able to use the RTH9580 temporarily or just go buy the cheapest non-heat pump non-programmable thermostat in it in number 39, place. I in number 39, hate for you not to be able to take the 9580 back. We can rig a simple thermostat for the moment that would work just for cooling, but we will have to also change where the thermostat wires connect at your furnace. Let me know how you want to proceed, and I in number 39, LL help either way.
Okay. I think I just have to wait until I can get the new Lennox unit. Again, I appreciate all your help. One last thing. Just so I am clear. It appears that no other unit will work out of the box with this wiring setup. Correct.
That in number 39, that's correct. In communicating mode, which is how those 4 wires at your stat are wired into the furnace, there is no other thermostat that will work. The communicating mode is proprietary to each manufacturer, in this case Lennox iComfort and your Lennox SLV furnace. All the thermostats you can buy off the shelf will be conventional control thermostats and would require you to change the wiring to legacy mode at the furnace. Communicating thermostats can only be purchased from a local dealer, or sometimes they can be found on the internet. I think the iComfort is available for purchase online.
Well, that stinks. Oh, well. I'm now off to find it reasonably priced online. Once again, thanks for all your help today and have a great weekend. Jim.
Sorry for the less than stellar news, Jim. Yeah, that in number 39, that's the only trouble with the high-end devices. Canon number 39, find in number 39, at a big box store that in number 39, that's for sure. Hey, thanks much for the great rating and bonus. If you run into troubles with the new iComfort, Drop a reply on this same question as a follow-up at no additional cost and IN number 39. I'll help you through it. Have a great weekend yourself. I hope it doesn't number 39 get too warm for you. Best regards, Brian.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.